Alright guys, back here with another video. Last video went over decent, but I was asked to get a little bit more informative, if you will, rather than just clips of me fishing, which we'll do that. So I'm out here on the lake today, and we're going to go over how to break down weed line fishing and hopefully get some fish to eat the big worm. Yeah, stay tuned. I'll show you how I do it. We're just going to idle the side imaging on it first and find our weed line. Right there's our weed line. Possible fish down there. But yeah, right there's your weed line. This lake, it's typically between like 15 to 25 feet of water, but your lake could be 4, 5, 6, 10 feet of water. Some places deeper. Now that we found that edge, we will start picking away at it. So I went over this a bit in the last video, but this is essentially what your weed line is going to look like on live scope. I'm sitting currently on the outside of it. You have that hard edge into the weeds. That's what you want to be looking for.
New trolling motor plugged too at one point.
Yeah, you got that all done, but we're still working on the grab. Oh, you got a spot there, huh?
Yeah, I'm just sitting on the edge of the weeds.
Alright, decent little one. Alright, so for the big worm, my setup is a 7-11 heavy. I've got 20-pound fluoro. This is a 7-inch ribbon tail. They get a lot bigger, you can fish bigger. This just gets the most bites for me. And then I've got a 3/8 ounce tungsten pegged. That's pretty, this stuff's pretty overkill. You could get away with any medium heavy 7 to 7.5 footer, no problem. This is just what I've got. Stingy on me. Got the drop shot on it again. It's working, but it's a little tricky. Just another little guy. Hopefully we get into something of size here soon. So fishing weed lines is great, but if you can find stuff like this, just kind of out of the nowhere coverage offshore, that's where that last fish just came off of. I see a couple other ones milling around through here, so we're going to keep fishing for them. Seeing a handful of fish on live scope kind of hanging outside the weeds. Just another little one. Alright, that one caught me by surprise. Decent. a good one on, wrapped up in the weeds. A little bit better, not too big. Just throwing this 5-inch neko rig, like a 16th ounce weight, right on the edges of these fish. I'm seeing them on scope again, so hopefully they keep biting. Decent little one, not too bad. So that one came off, but these fish are actually sitting up on top of the weeds now instead of on the outside. So I'm just taking this neko rig and just shaking it above the weeds. Alright, setup wise, the drop shot I was throwing on this Daiwa VLX. It's a 6.8 medium light. Currently I've got a lighter neko rig on than my other rod just for doing this whole bouncing above the weed line thing. And then the main rod I was using with the neko rig is this Mega Bass Levante Whip Snake. It's a 611 light. It's more of a medium light. And then I've got Daiwa Tatula MQs on both of those with 8-pound leader to 10-pound braided line. Pretty straightforward, simple stuff, but works. Alright, just got off the water, boats back on the trailer. Nothing crazy today. I don't think I even caught a fish over 2.5 pounds. Numbers are alright. I don't know if they're kind of in a funk. Yesterday it was like 90 degrees when I got here this morning. It was 52, so I'm sure that threw them off a little bit, but hopefully we learned a little bit something about weed line fishing. Tried my best to kind of describe what I was doing. I'm still getting used to this whole talking to a camera thing. Yeah, hopefully get more videos out soon, guys. Thanks for watching.